You are now watching Brew News, your number one source in world news. Go f*** yourself.
Yo, what is up, bros? This is Brew News, your number one source in world news. And we like to explore alternate history, just to get our minds off of how crappy the world is. So in this alternate history, we will be looking at, what if Mussolini had decided to stand up to Hitler? And not only stand up to Hitler, but invade Germany. Now you may be asking yourselves, what could have caused this? Looking back through the records, I found something. Mussolini had donated tens of thousands of Reichmarks to Hitler's Patreon, which should have gave him access to the Führer's not safe for work Snapchat, where he danced nude for his top Patreon donors. Well, for some reason, even though Mussolini was the top donor, he never got access. Yeah, I uncovered those documents. Where were they? I've never heard about this in history. That is why Brew News is your number one source in world news. So, with that, bros, I bring you Axis Fight Night, Mussolini versus Hitler. First things first, though, before Italy and Mussolini can confront Hitler, they gotta finish up a job in Ethiopia. This will be the training grounds for their drive into German territory. Boom! Ethiopia has fallen. Mussolini is calling all troops back from Africa. He really don't even care about his African territory right now. He is out for blood. I never realized how crap the Italian tree is. This thing blows. Now, what you're going to see here, it's going to look like Italy is invading Austria, but it's really not. They were invited in. What you're about to see is just training exercises, so pay no attention to this. Especially if the Italians lose. I don't know what to say. The Italians are on fire. I don't know if the Italians can be beat right now. I don't know if there is a nation in this world at this point, 1936, 15th of May, that could take on the Italians and win. What they're doing right now is just amazing. So it appears like Italy is just about to win these war games, and then they can go back to peaceful relations. I mean, it's peaceful right now because it's war games, but you know what I mean. Boom, bros! Vienna has fallen, and with it, Italy wins the war games. They all have a good laugh, and now Italy's there to protect Austria. I want you to see this template. For those of you who have not seen this, do not own the game. I want to show you this template that the Italians start out with. They have put 4 cavalry battalions with a tank battalion. Could be the stupidest thing I've ever seen. This just in, we are getting breaking news. The Duce has demanded his Patreon money back, but the Führer says it's already been spent on fishnet hose and flatulence medication. Axis Fight Night. The Duce versus the Führer. Let's go. Now, how does this veteran news reporter think this is going to go? I think the Italians will see initial success and then absolutely get hammered. Even as pissed off as the Duce was, he still had time to make claims on Yugoslavia. Germany is under attack. Yes, it is. You know why? Because the Führer wouldn't give back the Patreon money. Like I said, initial success. We all knew this was going to happen. Until Germany brings up the Wehrmacht, and then it's probably not going to end well for the Italians. I can't see this going any way but bad. Although, I will admit, the Italians are fighting better than I originally had anticipated. See, the problem with the Duce losing his temper is he went at Germany before they had any stockpiles whatsoever. So I know what is going to happen here. I've seen this too many times. See? Boom, right there. Germany is already pushing the Italians back. Why? Because they have no replacement equipment. Uh-oh, I think it has just happened. Germany has busted through. The Italian cavalry divisions are no match for the German panzers. We're just going to let this play out. I don't think the Duce is getting back his Patreon money. Hopefully the flatulence medication helped out the Führer's explosive, uncontrollable, massive bouts of flatulence. And if you think I'm just making that up, put in Hitler and flatulence into Google and see what comes up. This is exactly how this veteran news reporter's seen this playing out. Badoglio's entire army has been surrounded. It is only a matter of time before they are crushed. Rip Badoglio's army, it is gone. And now all that stands between the German Reich and Rome is Graziani and Messi. Rome has just fallen, and I'm pretty sure that's a wrap. Round 1 of Axis Fight Night. Hitler Mussolini goes to Hitler. And there it is. It's official. Mussolini's out. But what if Mussolini wasn't so hot-headed? He bought some time. He knew he needed equipment. He knew he needed a few panzer divisions. And so he waited. Not till July 1936, but July 1937. He gave himself a full year. His ultimatum to the Führer gave the Führer 1 year before an Italian invasion. Alright, I know a lot of you viewers out there think that the Duce is a complete idiot. But he's not that big of an idiot. He's pretty high up on the idiot list, but he's not complete idiot. He knows if he is to take on the Führer to get back his Patreon money, that he is going to need a territory. He is going to need resources. And for that reason, the postponement of the invasion of Germany may just have been so that he could take out the Balkans. The Duce has smarts. I like the cut of this Duce's jib. Breaking news coming in to Brew News. The Duce is just about to launch his campaign into Yugoslavia, and in what could only be described as the most Duceiest of moves, he's left his entire northern border with Germany completely open. Who knows why? Alright, there it is. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't think the Duce anticipated Czechoslovakia. Duce, what have you done now?
Forza, forza!
You have to do something here, Duce. You're gonna have to compensate for this. This is not good. Alright, the Italians got around to stabilizing their border with Czechoslovakia, but lost a pretty decent amount of territory while doing so. Alright, the Duce's units are in place now. He's gonna launch his counteroffensive. May God help the Czechoslovakian and Yugoslavian people, because the Duce will have no mercy. Oh, look at this! Italian army! What? Duce! Although they're winning here and still losing here. What the hell's going on? The Duce is gonna get beat by the Czechoslovakians. Alright, the final push into Yugoslavia has been initiated. Czechoslovakia better hope that they can knock Italy out of this before Yugoslavia falls. Italian forces are having their way with the Yugoslavians right now. Damn, they've lost 140k though. But inflicted 200k on the two fronts. So, I mean, not too great, but not too bad. Boom! Belgrade has just been taken by the Italians. That has to put them close towards capitulation. 99% towards capitulation. Oh, Czechoslovakia. There it is. I would not want to be Czechoslovakia right now. Breaking news! Coming into Brew News! The Italians have officially launched their counterattack into Czechoslovakia. I think you can tell by this military operation right here that the Duce is not intimidated by the Führer. I mean, he is literally creating a border 3 times as great as he had before with Germany. He does not care. The Duce is not intimidated. You cannot intimidate a Duce. This just in. The Italians have retaken Vienna and are starting to break through the Czechoslovakian lines into their home territory. The Duce and the Italians have driven a great bulge into Czechoslovakia. The capital has fallen. Czechoslovakia is 97% towards capitulation, and there it goes. Fight Night Führer versus the Duce is back on. Well, the Duce gave his word that in 1938 there would be another Fight Night Führer versus the Duce, and that time has come. I am betting, being the senior news correspondent that I am, visiting so many war zones, that this is pretty much going to end the exact same way the first Fight Night ended. Sure, the Italians have a decent-sized army for this time, but their equipment is complete shit. Let the second Fight Night begin! Oh my god, the Italians are going crazy. This is not really happening. The Germans are going to come back anytime and just stomp a mud hole. Look, Italy had a good first couple days. Nobody can take that away from them. But that's all it was a good first couple days. Because it appears to me like the Germans are starting to come back. And low on equipment. Shitty equipment at that. There's nothing the Italians can do. The Duce has lost Fight Night number 2. Guaranteed. I'm sorry to all the Duce fans that actually paid money to watch this. Oh, hold on a sec. Is Messi Alright, I was gonna say. It looked like Messi was starting a counterattack that was successful and then gets wrecked. Germany's about to retake Munich. And that's gonna be it. Italian troops are being cut off, encircled, and demolished. Look at Messi though. He is launching another counteroffensive towards Stuttgart. That is actually retaking land. Most of the army of General Cavallero has just been cut off. That is not going to end well. The entirety of the Italian army has just been surrounded. Very, very Italian. Leaving Rome open once again. Have we not already seen this play out once? And there it is, the final defeat of Italy. Next Fight Night will be scheduled for July 1940. Perhaps this time, the Duce will relax on attacking everybody and build up his equipment. Invest in better equipment so that in the third Fight Night, he might be able to gain the upper hand. So after the Duce's second consecutive loss to Hitler, he kind of lost his shit. He went bloodthirsty and invaded Romania, Hungary, and Bulgaria. He needed his confidence back. He is now ready for that third battle with the Führer. It's not quite June yet, but the Duce knows he needs to hurry this up because nationalist Spain is coming through France as well, and he needs to get this done before they reach Italian territory. So, my predictions as a veteran news reporter, the Duce needs a knockout, a quick knockout. I'm talking round 1 through 6. Any longer, the Duce goes down for a third consecutive time. The stage is set for the third battle of the Führer versus the Duce. Fight night. I'm thinking for the Duce to have a chance, this initial push needs to reach Berlin before the Germans bring in their army from the French front. If they can't even reach Berlin, it's going to be a third loss in a row for the Duce. Let's go. Alright, the initial successes. We knew those were coming. So far, so good. Come on, they're getting close. Duce, I'm rooting for the Duce. I'm for the underdog. I always like to cheer on the underdog. I'm going for the Duce 110%. Okay, so this is not looking good for the Duce. The Duce needs France to hold up. The Duce can't have France fall because that puts, again, Axis Spain on the Italian front. And the Duce just doesn't have enough troops. Oh my god, they're getting close to Berlin. Duce! I mean, even if it stalls out past Berlin, I think that's fine. You just need to capture Berlin. I don't know about this. And oh, yes! That is exactly what the Duce needed. The Swiss to join in. For some reason, Poland hasn't attacked Germany. Germany hasn't attacked Poland. Some weird shit going on. Alright, Munich has fallen. Oh, they're so close to Berlin. Oh my god, are they going to take it? Oh my god, this is going to be huge. The Duce did it. I wouldn't call that a knockout, but I would call that like he downed the Führer in like the second round. I'm sure that's going to get the German troops off of the French front though. The Duce is going for the knockout. He has his 1 Panzer army driving for the coast. He's not happy with just taking Berlin. Amazing. The Duce, you gotta give it to the Duce. Take a Duce in honor of the Duce. Everybody pause the video, stop watching this, and go drop a Duce in honor of the Duce. Shit. Oh, Duce! Ducey, Duce, that's not good. That is not good. I'm betting, if I'm a betting man, I'm betting that the Duce will force deploy whatever troops he has in training to hold this. That's what I would do. That's what this veteran news reporter would do. It looks like the Duce was able to pull together an army to go man this front. This was the last thing that the Duce needed. Just when, I mean, goes from such a high. Taking Berlin and then this. Look, there are not too many troops up here for the Duce though, and this army right here is made up of panzers only. I think they've got it. Oh my god, the Duce is gonna do it. He's going to split the German forces. If he can just hold here, he's got a chance. This needs to happen quick though, I'm telling you. You cannot mess around here. What just happened? Oh, we got a Vichy France. Okay, there's not much going on there. In fact, just hold that. I don't have the equipment to fight down there. Just hold that, we'll be good. I did not think the Duce had it in him. Amazing. Look at the Italian troops further splitting the Germans. What you're seeing here is quite simply a miracle. For a moment, just take this in. You'll never see this again. You can never count Germany out. But I think the Duce may have done it. We're getting into like round 6 right now. The Duce knocked the Führer down, and then the Führer knocked the Duce down. And now I think it's knockout time. The Duce has been able to free up the entirety of his panzer army to send it at Hamburg, and this crappy army here to finish off the trapped German soldiers. Rest in peace, bros. Rest in peace. I have seen Germany come back from much worse situations, though, so I'm not ready to count them out. Oh, crap, no! Switzerland has capitulated! Bruh. That makes the front even bigger. Are you going to have to force deploy these troops with hardly no training whatsoever? They're going to be like the shittiest... They're going to be like Italians in World War II. Despite the setbacks, the Duce is still holding on. I think he's lost a little bit of ground here, but he's gained some ground over here near Hamburg. It looks like the Germans might be running low on troops. I don't know what's going on here. They have like, oh, nice. The Duce's impeccable planning skills have yielded yet another victory. And another 10 or so German divisions completely wrecked. Although the Duce needs to do something here. You're about to lose Berlin, Duce. The Duce has lost Berlin. He had to pull his entire panzer army off the Western Front to come back here. It's not looking good. This is taking too long. But this is looking good. This right here is what we need. Or, not we, the Duce. Berlin has been recaptured. The Duce's mighty panzer army is unstoppable. Probably going to wreck this entire pocket, which is good for the Duce because his Western Front is pretty thin. Damn, look at what the Allies are doing now. But the Duce is losing ground on the west. He needs to hurry up and get this done over here. He's done. If he can't close this out quick, the Western Front is going to fall. They've done it. And not a moment too soon. Well, shit, maybe. You guys got this? You good, bro? There we go. Damn, you guys needed that. I mean, the Duce needed that. Big time. The Duce has placed all Italy's troops on the Western Front, and they have begun their counterattack, which doesn't appear to be going very well. If any place is going to do well, it's right here with the Duce's mighty panzer army, and it does look like it's breaking through. Oh, you know what? We could pocket... Not we. Why do I keep saying we? I'm just a neutral news correspondent. If the Duce can pocket these troops, that's going to be it for Germany, I think. The Duce is getting a push in the north, but failing miserably in the south. But the Allies, they have to be pulling a bunch of German troops off the front. Statistics. Italy has lost 1.6 mil. We're still pretty good on manpower. And Germany is 93% towards capitulation, which is good because the equipment situation is starting to hurt. Look at all the ground gained by the Duce's northern army. And this has not moved at all. Maybe even got forced back some. Germany is now 96% towards capitulation. After all this fighting, they've only lost 1.7 million. How? Shit. Just when the Duce had the victory in reach, Turkey joined the Axis.
Ordini?
The Duce cannot catch a break. Oh, damn, look at the Soviet Union. They're going in on Poland. Well, that has nothing to do with Fight Night. I just thought that it was interesting. Okay, Germany is 96% of the way towards capitulation. They finally lost 2 million. Italy's almost lost 4 million. And we are just keeping up. I mean, barely. He did it. He did it. The Duce. With the, I would say, the 30-round decision. It took 3 bouts. But the Fight Night has been awarded to the Duce. And just in time, because Turkey wasn't stopping for shit. There you have it, bros. The unbelievable upset. The Duce takes down the Führer in the 3rd and final battle. Why was it the 3rd and final? Because I ain't going through that again. It wore this veteran news reporter out. Now, bros, I was going to wrap it up here. I just wanted to see how long it took for the Duce to become powerful enough to take out the Führer. But I was looking at this. Realize Roman ambitions. We're like over halfway there already. We just need to take out Holland, Brabant, whatever the hell that is, Luxembourg, Albania, Greece, Turkey, actually just one small territory in Turkey, Iraq, Portugal, Belgium, Spain, France, and the UK. So if you guys want me to keep going, let me know in the comments. I might even put up a poll, like a boom right there or something, or in the community tab. Anyways, bros, I'm wrapping this up. If you're enjoying this content, you know what to do. Slap the like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you back here for our next episode of Brew News, your #1 source in world news.